Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, the 29th of January. Can you believe January is almost over?
Right? We're like a whole month into the new year. All of a sudden it won't even be 2014 anymore.
I know, it'll be 2015 and the apocalypse will happen. We won't get giant mecha robots, but only if you're 14. Anyway, so yeah, we've got a bunch of comics for you this week. And to please Morgan's adoring minions, I'm gonna immediately step out of the way here and turn it right over to Mr. Morgan. So
yes, there's been a special request.
There's been a call, and I'm not one to try and displease our public.
My audience wants more of my rippling body. There's some winking requested too, but I don't have the dexterity with my eyes to be able to pull that off, so I'm just going to go to some comics here, because that's what you're here for, right? I'm going to start off with the newest issue of, yes, Red Lanterns. This is number 27, featuring a icy, you could say, reunion between Red Lantern Guy Gardner and his kind of ex-girlfriend, Ice. I don't even know if that's a thing in the new 52
I know, right?
anymore.
Did they retcon that?
I don't know.
I have no idea. They used to do the business.
But yeah, it's always a fun time when they bring up this relationship, because I mean, Guy Gardner's always in space, Ice is part frost giant, so there's some strain there, but it also touches on the emotional sides of cosmic battling and stuff. And also, Guy Gardner has an awful new porn stash. And I don't think Ice is going to like that very much.
That's why they don't put it on the cover. Because if they put the porn stash on the cover, they might not sell as much.
Right? You'd just be like, oh, I don't think that's appropriate for my kids.
We're going to hop over to some old school 70s cosmic trippiness. This is the complete Jim Starlin collection of Warlock. I talked a lot of crap about Jim Starlin before reading this. And, you know, rightfully so, his new stuff, whatever, it's a bit watered down.
Yeah, Death of the New Gods, we don't talk about
No, we don't talk about Death of the New Gods. But this is amazing! This is basically what Acid Heads in the 70s had, if you had already read the Fourth World stuff. This is him, better known as Adam Warlock, searching and, you know, the cosmos for his soul and what it means to be a human or to be alive. And along the way, he comes across Thanos, Pip the Troll, which is some of the best and most horrible, you know, comic relief that has ever been put into a comic book.
Like an even more obnoxious version of Oberon.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely riffing off of Kirby, some Druillet, but what they both did not have was a giant bad dude who is named Magus, who you know he's bad because a huge 70s fro that the cosmic stars sit in.
Oh yeah. Space perps. Purple men are not meant to have afros.
No, absolutely not. But this is the whole thing. It's about $35. It's got SpiderMan, it's got the Thing, it's got Thanos. It's friggin' awesome.
Alright. Exciting debut over from Dark Horse here. This is the first issue of Brian J.L. Glass and Victor Santos. They're the team of Mice Templar teaming up for Furious. It's the story of this universe's first superhero, who, of course, you know, in 2014, where, you know, you have Bookface and Tweeter, it's kind of hard to do stuff like that without social media, you know, kind of spoiling the fun for you.
I guess, you know.
This was described by Adam Hughes as the Citizen Kane of punchy, slappy, what's the word I'm looking for? Anger management comics. Yes, it really lives up to the title. I mean, if you can't tell from the cover, it's just frantic, violent fun, actually.
It kicks your butt from the first page. That is certainly the truth. Speaking of a man who, you know, firmly kicks you in your ass every time you read his comics, Black Science number 3, kind of a counterpart to his Uncanny Avengers that is out this week. The Anarchist League of Scientists has created this thing called the Pillar that shouldn't work, but it accidentally did. Sends you to other dimensions that, well, you know, you probably shouldn't mess with it anyway. Things go bad, then things go worse, and now we're here. And I can only imagine that things are going to get even worse. I hope you have no emotional connection to these characters, because they're probably mostly going to all die by the end of the first arc.
Yep.
So, Matteo Scalera does the art on this. Friggin' amazing. Holy shit, this is awesome. But yeah, Black Science, hardcore, badass, very intense.
And with that hardcore badassery, we are gonna tone things down a bit and
smooth it out.
Just hand you off to our man Will over there.
Stretch.
Thanks, guys, and I am very excited about Inhumanity number 2. It focuses on Medusa. After Jean Grey, she's probably my favorite Marvel redhead, and you're like, so what's so special about her? She's got cool, crazy, weird hair that does stuff. She's been in the Fantastic Four. She stood toe-to-toe against Thanos and all these other alien guys. Do not underestimate the Queen of the Inhumans. So Black Bolt is missing. Atalan's been destroyed. There are Inhumans popping out all over the globe. And those nasty scientists have AIM or kidnapping all the new Inhumans and their eggs. So this is a really cool focus on how is she going to cover, how is the royal family going to recover, and there's some really cool art by Nick Bradshaw. Matt Fraction writes this, by the way, but Nick Bradshaw's art is awesome, and there's some really weird, cool new Inhumans, and basically they're going to throw down some Inhuman justice on AIM. So check this out. It's leading up to the big Inhuman series coming up in a couple of months. Other big pick is Guardians of the Galaxy, Roy Michael Bendis, Sarah Pacelli. It's a part 2 of the trial of Jean Grey. It's a continuation with all new X-Men. And so what's going on is all the alien empires like the Shi'ar and the Kree and the Skrull, they've learned that Jean Grey is alive on Earth. Well, they want her to answer for her crimes when she was the Phoenix. So the poor X-Men are going to be launched out into space. So this kind of sets up what's going on and how the Guardians of the Galaxy get involved and can they save Jean. And so beautiful art. I'm really excited about how this is all interconnecting. To be continued, the trial of Jean Grey. So Deadpool wakes up from a food coma and he's in a zombie apocalypse and turns out he's on the menu. So Night of the Living Deadpool, Colin Bunn writes this. It's sort of a mini-series. It's not part of the regular Deadpool series. A lot of fun, really cool art, playing with black and white and color. And, you know, poor Deadpool, you know, there's no heroes left. They're all, you know, been eaten. So he's the last thing on the menu to save poor humans who are fighting for survival. A lot of fun book. Uncanny Avengers, Rick Remender's magnum epic, never-ending epic that just keeps evolving and evolving in weird and twisted ways. When you know Rogue, Wonder Man, Scarlet Witch died, well, this is kind of a big showdown between Thor and one of the Apocalypse twins. You know, it's been building to this. We know, like, earlier in this thing, there was this big showdown with Thor and Apocalypse back in the Viking days. So how's it going to be tied into this and everything that's coming up? I mean, just when you think it can't get more twisted, Remender just kind of stirs it a little more and does a few more hits of everything. And it's just really great. Big showdown on this issue. Where are my brown coats at? Because Serenity... Sorry about that. I know you love that, Casey. Leaves on the Wind. I Am a Leaf on the Wind. There's 2 beautiful covers. So this picks up with the crew, Mal Reynolds and his amazing crew, after the events of the movie Serenity. So, you know, they've lost some of their friends. They expose the secrets of Parliament to the entire universe. So what's it going to do to the Resistance? Are they, like, off the radar? Are they new heroes? And, you know, what's going to happen with all the great love interest among the crew? Wonderful for all you Dark Horse Serenity Firefly fans. Great continuation from Dark Horse. I'm really excited about this week. And you've heard me say maybe a time or a gazillion on my blog, comicsblend.com, shameless plug, how much I love Peter Tomasi. He's a great writer. I love the Batman and Robin series. He just really captures it, and the book keeps evolving. So this is an annual with special guest artist Doug Mahnke, and this kind of flashes back to the first adventure of Batman and Robin Dick Grayson in Gotham City in the New 52 continuity, and it's all tied to something that Damian left behind. What is that? And so those are my picks for this week, and there's this really great new book called Guttertown by this 2 local guys who seem pretty cool. It's kind of wicked and crazy, but I'll let some other people talk about that. Back to you guys. Thanks for having me.
And we are back to bring you more intense.
Yeah!
That's right.
Woo!
Now, all now.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay. This is kind of intense. I mean...
Actually, that is kind of intense.
Yeah, actually. 18th issue of Thor, God of Thunder. They just closed out the Accursed arc, dealing with Malekith the Accursed. You know, the movie baddie that everyone's clamoring about or something. This is a one-off story of Thor's younger days. Jason Aaron is teaming in this issue with European artist Das Pastoris, who... we have not seen much of his work on this side of the pond, but did a Wolverine one-shot a few
Couple years
back
ago,
that
yeah.
There was some mixed reception to it because people just aren't used to the hardcore puffiness, I guess, of his figures.
But man, there's more crazy beasts in here, and oh my god, Thor has never looked more badass in his chariot, being carried by goats. There's giant shark beasts, and I love Thor as a kid. Well, whatever, when he's young, because he's such a punk, and he can't even use his hammer yet, so he's just got this big-ass axe, and he just slices people up. It's really cool.
Just like I can't bludgeon things, might as well cut them.
That's right, that's right. Yeah. Another man who would cut his problems in half if he didn't have an awesome Lawmaster, or well, is that the name? No, Lawmaster is the...
That's the bike.
That's the bike. Well, that too. This is Dredd, Underbelly. The official comic book sequel to the awesome Dredd movie, written by Seattle local Arthur Wyatt and art by longtime 2000 AD collaborator Henry Flint. This is a one-shot. This takes place directly after the end of the movie, as a sequel would normally do. It's quite nice. Henry Flint clearly knows what sells comics, and that is hookers being thrown through windows. Clearly. But yeah, this looks really gritty, dark, and we are also... having Mr. Arthur Wyatt sign here today from
look at that.
4 to 7 p.m. So come in, get your Dredd, and he will scribble on it and maybe, draw you a Dredd hat or something.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
This week also sees the release of the 26th issue of the Superior Spider-Man. This is leading directly into the Goblin Nation storyline.
You're doing another goblin thing?
Oh yeah, always. Always with goblins. That's what sells, Goblins.
Goblins and monkeys.
Goblins. Little green goblins. But we've got the Green Goblin showing down with Hobgoblin, which happened like 5 issues ago, but there's another Hobgoblin, and you know how these things work. This issue has art from series mainstay Humberto Ramos, as well as Marcos Martin and Javier Rodriguez, colorist of Daredevil.
Stepping it
who's
up
also
this
penciled
issue.
a few issues.
Very nice.
And the Marcos Martin pages have a really, really nice, vibrant, like yellow, pink, and blue look to them.
Cool. And on the classier side of things, we have the Hartlepool Monkey from Knockabout Comics by Lupano and Moreau. Morgan knows a bit more about this than I do.
Yeah, this is telling the actual historical tale. Okay, it's a comic book, so it's not going to be completely factual, but it's based on a real-life story of a French ship crashing off the coast of Durham near the village of Hartlepool in 1814. And, mind you, the citizens of this village had never actually seen a Frenchman before, so when...
Might cause some confusion.
Yeah, when a chimpanzee in a French uniform is the only survivor of the ship, they're kind of like, whoa, oh my god, is that what a French person looks like?
But there's some really nice watercolor art. It's very we're talking classy French shit here.
Yeah.
This is very nice.
It's, hijinks, I guess you would say. It's
That's right.
Kind of... The monkey doesn't turn out too well for the monkey. Let's just say that. You might be able to tell from the cover.
From the cover with the noose.
But it's really fun, cartoony work from Europe, It's classy
very nice.
shit.
Very classy. On the complete opposite spectrum of classy, we have the book that I'm shamelessly promoting, that I wrote, and that Dimmy Maharis drew. This is Guttertown #1. Some of you have might seen this before as a smaller ash can in black and white with a different name, but we don't speak of that. Try to put that out of your minds. That kind of sucked. This is a bit better. This is the story of a kind of near-future Seattle in the neon-drenched city work of Dendrite, where 2 childhood friends who were turned brutal rivals will risk it all to try to escape their dead-end lives through the power of drugs and music in the underground beat fighter circuit. What is the beat fighter circuit, you might ask? Well, you gotta buy the comic to figure it out. But it's really shiny, there's lots of beats, there's lots of noise, it's really loud. Yeah, it's dirty, it's gritty, it's 80%. It's almost there. But, I'm really proud of it. It's really fun. There's clip and collect cards, and Morgan even did us a very awesome pinup of Reno. Yes, you. It was very cool. He did it so long ago that he forgot he did it. That's how long this took. So, yeah. With that, that's about it. Again, the signing tonight, 4 to 7. Don't miss it, or, we'll throw you in an ISO cube, as usual. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you very much, and we hope you all got enough Morgan this week. So we're just going to end with this nice shot of Morgan.